My name is Greta Thunberg. I am 15 years old and I'm from Sweden. I speak on behalf of climate justice now. Many people say that Sweden is just a small country and it doesn't matter what we do. But I've learned that you are never too small to make a difference. And if a few children can get headlines all over the world just by not going to school, then imagine what we could all do together if we really wanted to. But to do that, we have to speak clearly, no matter how uncomfortable that may be. You only speak of green, eternal economic growth because you are too scared of being unpopular. You only talk about moving forward with the same bad ideas that got us into this mess, even when the only sensible thing to do is pull the emergency brake. You are not mature enough to tell it like it is. Even that burden you leave to us children. But I don't care about being popular. I care about climate justice and a living planet. Our civilization is being sacrificed for the opportunity of a very small number of people to continue making enormous amounts of money. Our biosphere is being sacrificed so that rich people in countries like mine can live in luxury. It is the sufferings of the many which pay for the luxuries of the few. The year 2078, I will celebrate my 75th birthday. If I have children, maybe they will spend that day with me. Maybe they will ask me about you. Maybe they will ask why you didn't do anything while there still was time to act. You say you love your children above all else, and yet you are stealing their future in front of their very eyes. Until you start focusing on what needs to be done rather than what is politically possible, there is no hope. We cannot solve a crisis without treating it as a crisis. We need to keep the fossil fuels in the ground, and we need to focus on equity. And if solutions within this system are so impossible to find, then maybe we should change the system itself. We have not come here to beg world leaders to care. You have ignored us in the past and you will ignore us again. We have run out of excuses and we are running out of time. We have come here to let you know that change is coming, whether you like it or not. The real power belongs to the people.
Today I'm joined by some fellow Spartans, students from Sisler High School, who have started a non-profit organization called Youth in a Green War. This organization is a movement that demands world leaders to take action against climate change and treat it like a war. The students of this organization have some questions. The first being, if so many Nobel Prize economists say that carbon taxes work, why is this government fighting the carbon tax?
The Honourable Minister for Sustainable Development.
Well, thank you very much, Madam Speaker, and I'd like to welcome the students into the gallery today to be part of this very important conversation on climate change. Our government is committed to reducing our carbon footprint here in Manitoba while making investments to ensure that our habitat and conservation remains protected for future generations. We were very proud yesterday to announce a historic $102 million conservation trust, which will ensure that there are projects on the landscape in perpetuity that will help with carbon sequestration and other many environmental benefits. And we're very proud of our commitment to protecting the environment in Manitoba.
The Honourable Member for Burroughs on a supplementary question.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The movement Youth in a Green War is growing. As of today, their petition, which I table a copy of now, has almost 17,000 signatures. Currently, single-use plastics are ending up in our oceans, polluting and killing the marine life, and being buried in many landfills to stay there for an eternity. Madam Speaker, the students want to know if other governments like European Union and PEI are banning single-use plastics, why aren't we?
The Honourable Minister for Sustainable Development.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker, and I'd like to thank the students for their concern for the use of single-use plastics here in Manitoba. Our government is very concerned about the excessive plastics that do go into the landfill every year, and we are working with all our partners across the government, the federal and provincial and territorial ministers, to ensure that Canada overall reduces its consumption of single-use plastics. And here in Manitoba, we're working with stewards to ensure that the amount of plastics going into the landfill every year is reduced, and we're very pleased with some of the outcomes that we've received from our stewards that we're working to reduce the single-use plastics.
The Honourable Member for Burrows on a final supplementary.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. On Monday, April 22nd, which is Earth Day, Youth in a Green War are going to be marching to the Legislative Building. This Challenge for Change strike is meant to urge us as provincial politicians to take action. The students from Sisler want to invite everyone out on April 22nd, and you can find all the details if you search #YouthInAGreenWar. Their last question is, when will this government ensure that all new vehicle purchases by this government are electric?
The Honourable Minister of Sustainable Development.
Another great question from our future generation about the use of vehicles, and our government's taken strong action on that. We reduced our vehicle fleet significantly, saving significant carbon emissions and reducing our footprint. We reduced that fleet by 20%, Madam Speaker, and that's achieving real outcomes here in Manitoba.